Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And once again, it is that time of the month where we go ahead and give you my WWE predictions. This time it is for WWE's Night of Champions, where we have a whopping 3 championship matches to talk about. Talk about a Night of Champions. However, we also do have the King of the Ring matches and Seth freaking Rollins versus Braun Breaker in a steel cage. So without further ado, let us go ahead and get right into it. Alright guys, the first matchup is going to be the King of the Ring Finals, Jey Uso versus Femi. Now I'm going to start with this matchup specifically so that I can talk about the world title match later without accidentally giving spoilers to this one. Let's just go and get right into it. As much as I hate to say it, and this might be a controversial take and I might get flamed in the comments for it, I'm predicting Jey Uso. Genuinely, it sucks to say because the tournament when it was Oba, Javon, and Dom was so fun. It looked so cool on paper especially, but I think Jey Uso is winning. I think Brock Lesnar is finally going to attack Femi, screw him over. That's the only reason. If Brock wasn't involved, I think Oba would go all the way here, but I think it's going to be Brock versus Oba at SummerSlam, and I doubt they're going to have him pull double duty. As cool as that would be, seriously, imagine that. Night 1, he beats Brock Lesnar. Night 2, he beats Roman Reigns. That would make him a star for life. The only thing is that I don't see it happening. I do not think that Femi is going to beat Jey Uso here, mainly due to Brock Lesnar. I think Lesnar is going to attack Femi. Main event, Jey Uso is going to move on to challenge the WWE Champion, which I will get to later in the video. But yeah, I think Jey Uso, unfortunately, if Femi wins, that is huge, and I'm excited for him, and I hope it happens. But right now, at this exact second, I'm predicting main event Jey Uso is going to become King Yeet, and the whole IWC is going to absolutely lose their minds. But yeah, let's go ahead and now, I guess, get into some happier news moving forward in the video. Next up, it is for the United States Championship, and I can't believe I'm saying this, guys, but Ricky Saints is on a WWE PLE. I don't know what it was. I'm a big Ricky Saints / Ricky Starks fan. I've loved him since he was in AEW. You know, obviously, I was very excited to see him come up to the main roster. A bit disappointed they split him up from Ethan Page. That was kind of funny in NXT. Anyhow, though, he showed up and had nothing. Like, genuine dead silence. Karrion Kross 2021 levels of just nobody saying anything. But he's here. He's beaten Carmelo Hayes. I don't know if Melo got hurt or not. I didn't watch last night's episode of SmackDown, but I did make sure that no other matches got added. However, though, yeah, it's going to be Ricky Saints challenging Trick Williams for the United States Championship. Trick has had a fun reign so far. The Backlash match of Sammy was good. He's had matches of Melo, The Miz, stuff like that. And I do think his championship reign is going to retain, or continue here. I think he's going to retain over my boy Ricky. As much as I hate to put my boy Ricky down, Tricky is going to beat Ricky and keep his United States Championship. No idea what he's going to do at SummerSlam. Maybe just a triple threat match with, Melo, or maybe just a one-on-one match of Melo. Either way, I see Melo taking the title off Trick probably as soon as SummerSlam, whether that's in a triple threat match or a regular match. But yeah, I'm going to go in and say that Trick Williams is still going to be your United States champion. The next matchup for me is actually one of the hardest matches I've had to predict here. It is going to be Tiffany Stratton defending her Women's United States Championship against Jade Cargill. Now, the only reason I find this a bit difficult is because of the Charlotte Flair factor. I thought it was going to be Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam. I mean, that still can happen, but if Rhea hurt and Charlotte, I guess, kayfabe hurt, we got to do something with this, and I guess this match is what has come of it. It's supposed to be Rhea Jade is what I heard, but I guess instead it's going to be Tiffany Jade, and there's two ways I can see this happening. I can either see Charlotte returning and costing Jade the title, and them doing a one-on-one match at SummerSlam between Jade and Charlotte, because they do have 2 nights, so they could easily do it, or we're going to see Tiffany Stratton lose the championship, and they're going to do Jade versus Charlotte for the United States Championship. I haven't decided which one I want to go with yet, and I'm even still just right now, like, it is like 10:50 something. It is currently, actually, it's 11:45. I'm a bit off on my time, but like, we're listening an hour and 15 minutes away from the show actually starting, and I still don't know who I think's going to win. So I'm just going to go out on a limb and say Tiffany Stratton's going to retain here. Jade Cargill, she could take a pin. Obviously, we saw Rhea put her on it twice, so she can get pinned. And Tiffany, she's pinned her before at SummerSlam last year. And since I think this is such an impromptu matchup for the Women's United States title on a PLE, which I can't believe I'm actually saying, but the fact that she is still, she's kind of newer in her championship right now. I believe she won it like right after WrestleMania. So like, give Tiffy time, a little bit more time with that Women's United States Championship. So right now I am gonna say that she's going to retain over Jade Cargill. It's gonna be hopefully a decent match. We've seen that Jade can wrestle more recently. So yeah, I'm going to go and predict that Tiffany Stratton is going to beat Jade Cargill and retain her Women's United States Championship. Next up is a steel cage match between Braun Breaker and Seth freaking Rollins. Now, to be honest, I'm really surprised this feud is over this quickly. Genuinely, I thought they were going to extend this feud the whole way to War Games. We were going to get the Vision versus Seth Rollins, Joe Hendry, and the Street Profits. But apparently, this feud is going to be over. At least, I think that's where they're going with it. I did now just have this thought in the back of my head that Bronson Reed might come back. I don't know how fresh Bronson Reed is, whether or not he can come back or not. But saying in my head right now that the feud is going to be over after that, because that would complete the trilogy. Let's go to get into this matchup in particular, though. I'm excited for this. Their backlash match was amazing. Their matchup on Raw was great, and I have a feeling this one's just going to be good too. When it comes down to it, I start thinking earlier today on who should win this match, and it should be Braun Breaker. Like, he should, like, not quite as dominant as Batista to Triple H a long time ago, but, he should still win this feud, but I do not think he's going to, and really, in the short term, I don't think he should. I'm going to predict Seth Rollins here, because if Jey Uso does win King of the Ring, he's going to go after the WWE champion, unless WWE actually does something and pulls the trigger. But to be honest, I don't want to see Roman versus Jey at SummerSlam again. 2023 PTSD is coming back in my head right now, and I really don't want to see that. But anyhow, I think there's still time. I do think they're building towards LA Knight versus Roman Reigns, but I do think there's still just a sliver of time left for them to build Seth freaking Rollins versus Roman Reigns. They wanted Seth to take the championship, or like Seth wanted to, and the King of the Ring and all this other thing, and the Vision just keeps getting involved. I think this is how Seth Rollins finally puts down the Vision. Maybe not for good. I do think Bronson Reed's going to return. The Vision's probably going to be, maybe the new Judgment Day in terms of, like, they don't need to be together, but they are together. But I'm getting a little off topic here. I think Seth Rollins is going to beat Braun Breaker here, bury the Vision with a hatchet. They ain't burying nothing. And yeah, Seth freaking Rollins is going to beat Braun Breaker here and most likely move on to hopefully something better that is not the Vision Vortex. Liv Morgan is in the Queen of the Ring against Io Sky. For those of you that don't know, for those of you that have been living under a rock, your reigning Women's World Champion that has put in the Queen of the Ring over people like Maxine Dupree, who they made into a storyline, people like Natalya, people, I don't even know, Julia I think was in it. But anyhow, your reigning Women's World Champion is at a tournament to crown a number one contender for said championship against Io Sky. And I really don't know what else to talk about this match, and I'm trying not to make this video incredibly short for you guys. So I want to talk about every match like in detail and in length, but genuinely, it's Io Sky. And if it's not Io Sky, then WWE is about to make perhaps one of the biggest mistakes of all time. Like, I'm up there talking about, like, Brock Lesnar winning the Royal Rumble and the Elimination Chamber back-to-back in 2022. Like, genuinely, having your Women's World Champion win a tournament where the match determines a number one contender for her very championship, instead of letting her have feuds with Bayley or Lyra Valkyria or anybody else on the Raw roster. No, they have her in this tournament. She better not win. If she wins IWC, if Jey Uso and Liv Morgan win the King and Queen of the Ring respectively, I think that WWE in general is going to get so just berated on everything. So yeah, Liv Morgan, in case you guys can't tell, should not win. I don't want her to win. And yes, Io Sky, please be our savior from this terrible storyline. But yeah, in case you haven't realized yet, I'm going with Io Sky. Then we get to what better be the main event. I'm really getting sick and tired of the WWE Championship not main eventing PLEs. Anyhow, though, we are here with the WWE Championship triple threat, the undisputed title match between current and somehow still reigning champion Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn versus Gunther. And this matchup, I feel like could have been built so much better. Like, this was genuinely a mid-card feeling. Like, you know what? I see this match and I immediately think of Sami Zayn versus Bronson Reed versus Chad Gable from, I want to say, Night of Champions 24. Like, I see this match and I genuinely wonder what WWE was thinking. This match could have been performed so much better. There's so much history between all three guys. All three guys have had feuds with one another. Sami beat Gunther for the IC title. Gunther and Cody have been feuding. Sami and Cody have been slowly feuding as well. But let's go and get into the actual match. As much as I hate to say it, I mean, genuinely, I love Sami Zayn. I love his character. I'm one of those people that will gladly admit to being a ride or die Sami Zayn fan. Every single thing he's saying is 100% correct. And even Gunther has just gotten boring recently. And I was like, there was a time ago, don't judge me for my list, but my top 3 wrestlers were Orange Cassidy, Sami Zayn, and Gunther. And this would be like a dream match for me. Like, I lost it whenever Sami and Gunther fought at WrestleMania 40. But this matchup with Cody Rhodes in the middle makes me sad because unfortunately I'm going to have to do this. I think Cody Rhodes is going to retain. As much as I would love for Gunther to pin Sami, I doubt Sami's going to pin Gunther. As much as I would love for one of them to take the title off Cody without pinning him, I just don't think it's going to happen. We're too close to SummerSlam. I think it's going to be Jay Cody because, you know, Cody's easy to find and hard to beat. You know, that catchphrase isn't already, like, way overused. Anyhow, though, guys, I'm going to go to predict that Cody Rhodes is going to retain. I apologize for this last part of the video being pretty negative about Liv Morgan and Cody Rhodes. I still love both of them, but, you know, WWE can book their champions a bit better. But without further ado, I am going to go and predict that Cody Rhodes is going to beat Gunther and Sami Zayn. As much as I love Sami Zayn, please, for the love of God, do not have Cody Rhodes pin Gunther for a 4th time. Like, seriously, this man retired John Cena, AJ Styles, and Goldberg. Do not let him get pinned again. But yes, guys, this has been my WWE 2026 Night of Champions predictions. Again, it's Tiffany Stratton to retain over Jade Cargill, Io Sky to beat Liv Morgan and win the Queen of the Ring, Trick Williams to beat Ricky Saints, still gotta get used to that name change, Seth Rollins to beat Braun Breaker. Unfortunately, King Yeet. It better not happen, but I'm just, I'm going for the points here. End of the year, seeing how good my predictions are. And then, of course, Cody Rhodes, unfortunately, to retain the WWE Championship. Go ahead and give you guys, or go ahead and give me your predictions down below. I do apologize this being, like, right before the show, so not many people are going to be able to see it before it happens. But, you know, maybe let me know how my predictions were. Go and give me yours down in the comments below. And, yeah, guys, I thank y'all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.